My PhD and my entire career is about my insecurities and the feelings that I have that I am not good enough. So, one of the things that I have learned is that, as upon a lot of reflection about myself, is thinking that I did this career solely because that I thought that I wasn't good enough. And I continue to do this career because I'm trying to convince other people that I am somehow good. And that drives me and drives all of those emotions that I actually have. And the funny thing is that when you actually go and talk to people and you interact with them, that's often the driving force. And it's the driving force in terms of the conversations that you have is these deep rooted insecurities where people are trying to convince other people that they are somehow better. I know that lots of people will never watch any of these videos that I do because I understand that they think that they are better than me. I completely understand that. They'll think that, why should I ever watch any of these things? Because I feel that I am somehow so secure, and that's only for people that are losers that are watching this. And only losers watch YouTube and all of these things that are deeply rooted in terms of how they think about the world. And what I've realized as I've been doing this, as I've unveiled why I actually became a PhD, why I started building the Reciprocity Project, was because that I wanted people to like me. I wanted people to feel that they respected me in some way. And it's really fascinating that I am personally struggling with this inside. It's probably the only reason why I continue to do the thing that I do, is because that I want other people to think that they are somehow respectful of me. And as I have developed as a person, I've become much more. I still get a lot of flutters right now. I still got lots of butterflies in my stomach. I've learned to voice this and realize that this is my driving force to be open with a broader group of people. I know it feels very uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I have to think about why I do the things that I do. And it's deeply rooted in all of the insecurities and experiences that I've had in my life, that I was trying to become a better person because of, experiences where I felt lonely for a very short period of my life back when I was, I don't know, when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. And this shaped who I became. And what you'll realize is that lots of people have these experiences. What you'll see is almost everybody around you is dealing with these moments of when that they were a kid in a brief moment and they didn't have this sort of security net for whatever reason. They are grappling with these insecurities. And so you can go two ways. I tend to go, and if you know me, I am that person that will probably go hide. That's just who I am. That's always been part of my genetics in terms of how I make up. But other people will put on a big facade, or that they will become very aggressive and angry with who they actually are. But really, all of these experiences is just that they are afraid of the world, and they're afraid of what other people will say. They want to impress other people. And so we have to figure out, how do we manage this? So for me, part of my healthy journey in terms of dealing with this and living my life of building this whole reciprocity project is coming to the terms of that is part of who I am. This insecurity and trying to impress other people is who I actually am. And I have to learn how to manage that, because often it is crippling, because I want this to be more impressive And I want the whole reciprocity project to take off and everybody to use it and everybody to say, oh, look at how amazing, all of those things. And I have to learn how to manage and control it. It is a managed exercise that I do every day of addressing and saying, you know what, David, today it might not be the day that all of that is going to happen, but that's okay. We're going to try a little bit today and go a little bit further along. And you realize that, yeah, nobody's going to be impressed. And what's going to happen is over a series of many, many years is that nobody is really quite impressed. But you learn to manage and control that feeling that you have inside so that you can get up and do it again. And it's difficult. It's always difficult. It's never easy for me to do this because I realize that I have to put in this grinding work every day. I realize that people think that I'm weird. I realize that all of those things, I have to manage it. And I have to realize that I am going to do okay today. I can speak and talk about all of these things that make me feel very insecure, and nothing really is going to happen to me. Maybe I get locked out of opportunities because people don't see who they're afraid of who this person is because they're going to think that, oh, he's this weird nut over here. Okay, well, that's fine too. That's those people. But I know that there's an awful lot of people out there that feel the same way that I do of dealing with things. And so I have to talk about this and be open about it. And I also have to be very, very upfront that this stuff is not easy, right? I think all of the messages that you hear with all of this stuff in every domain, it is just absolute garbage. Where they say that, in my PhD research career, that's all I hear, and I would be frustrated as I'll get out because I know that this is not true. That all of this stuff is very difficult to do. Luckily, I had good mentors that would, push back against that and let me know that, yeah, this is not true, that it is very difficult. And then even, building, this platform, the reciprocity platform, where, I'm trying to build this sort of, it's all software, go look at it. And it's to help us to create non-rejectable research papers, whatever the hell that means. What would that actually look like to actually build this platform to look like that? And make it fun, so we're really excited and everybody loves it, all of those things. But how do you do that? The messaging that you see online, there's nothing that's actually serious of people legit doing this and are upfront. It's all garbage. It's all I did this in 24 hours and look at me. I did this in 6 weeks and now I'm a millionaire. I did all of these right steps. And, this venture capitalist came in and gave me $1 billion. And now I'm just, I'm flying high. All of that is just absolute garbage. Even the people that I bump into within, the research R&D game, they're like, oh, just go get a grant. Right. Just go get a grant. So I have to figure out, how do I manage this? Right? I deeply want other people to like me, but at the same time, it's a muscle that I have to train and say, you know what? That's not the world. None of this actually is going to work out in the way that you think it is. And you got to take these steps forward and love yourself every day, regardless of what happens. And you have to manage this, getting people to like you with living the real life that you actually live in, just like any other thing. And you do that one little day at a time, reassuring yourself that today you're going to be okay. It's not going to work out the way that you thought it would be, but you're going to be okay. Just keep going one little day at a time. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.